It's unbelievable. This filthy, atrocious House of Lancaster spammer actually picks other civs. The best part is he picks it after requeuing into Core, who he's just been using Lancaster against. And I think Core was expecting a whole matchup that he could counter with this English pick. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Let me get rid of those name covers because these guys do not try to pretend to be someone else. It is Core up against Numidan. I am seeing way too much Gorge. I'm going to lose my hair at this rate. I'm going to make sure it quickly finds its way out of KPMM. This has to be like the most played map at this stage. It's getting ridiculous. But Numu, man, what a switch up. This guy's been playing Lancaster non-stop. I think we've cast like 3 or 4 Lancaster games of him in a row. He even had one just a little bit earlier against Core. That was Chinese versus Lancaster, in which Numidan, to be quite frank with you, demolished Core. Now we get Byzantine English. A very different matchup, actually. Biz, they used to have some really good timings against English with the longbow on the Merc timing. But that was before these nerfs came into systems. So kind of curious to see how it plays out post-nerfs. Wonder if Hippodrome was also a potential option here for Byzantines. Hippodrome that has been growing in popularity and became probably one of the big shining standouts of the recent S-tier tournaments we've been seeing. Yeah, I've got Predickies up, and it looks like a lot of people do not trust Core. I mean, Numidan has been looking pretty solid, and I actually think this is like secretly becoming his signature civ. He's remarkable in the Byzantines, very good at these aggressive timings. Wonder who is going to be playing aggressive here, though, because we're approaching the point of feudal age. Core hasn't moved over to stone, so I think we might be looking at a good old-fashioned longbow rush, which, should Numidan realize, could set up quite nicely for a Hippodrome switch. More likely we'll just get Longbow Horseman. No, it is Abbey of Kings. Okay, but not 2 TC, right? Like, we've still got 0 gathering onto stone. Only 1 person on wood as he's stacking. And 2 still on gold. He's shifting more across the wood now. What is he up to? I wonder if there's like a paranoia that it could be Hippodrome, and he needs to confirm that it's not, because his scout's on the opposite side of the map. Technically, like, because, yeah, oh, wow, yeah, he actually didn't even scout the berries here, guys, which means Core doesn't even have confirmation on whether it's necessarily like a Hippodrome or a Grand Winery. Did he at least? No, he didn't even scout the sheep, so he couldn't even see if the villagers were gathering on food. So this is pretty blind, actually, out of Core. But it is going to be a standard Grand Winery anyway. So I wonder what the idea is. Maybe Core's looking for a few horsemen plus the king, just to harass, and then a delayed 2 TC. Because the problem here of playing 1 TC is your economy is way too weak. Like, there's a reason why most English players always just steer towards 2 TC. Compared to a lot of other civs in the game, your 1 TC play doesn't have many upsides. I mean, the farm transition is a little bit better these days, but you compare that to Byzantines with the system scaling, this percentile scaling, that they get so much value out of by, 15, 20 minutes. It's hard to hold a candle towards that as the English. I'm still curious what the gold is for. Maybe Core's looking for this lean timing into blacksmith play. How many people are still actually playing English, by the way? This is guilty sins exposed moment. Be honest. Are you a Lancaster main now? Have you like, man, I really want to keep playing the English, but they just don't deliver anything anymore. I've moved on. See, English a lot in team games, 2v2s, normally team with French. That makes sense. I think, like, historically, those are the 2 core civs for a lot of people. And also, actually, they combo really well. You've got a static civ that can also play greed with a raiding civ. French, by the way, has probably been the longest existing meta civ in team games that I can think of. I play them now, they're off meta. There we go. There's the hipster response I was looking for. Numidan, second TC coming in. Oh, wait, what? That's a crazy switch. Numu, Core's going to come in on this. And this, no. Is that too far out? I think that might be too far out. He has got the Acrotoid to minimize the damage he takes. King, really chunky though. On top of that, he has got Horseman coming in to assist. What just happened in this game? Numenor maximizing on greed. Akratoy hasn't got long left. He's got 10 seconds, so you really need to just commit onto the TC sooner rather than later. That King is down to 68 HP, though. It looks like Core is not going to be able to break him. Yeah, he's got the Lombo follow-up, though. And I mean, this is the weakness of 2 TC play against English, right? Is that the Lombos can reach in and snipe very easily. And the good news for Core is he did scout this incredibly early. Even better news, the King is still alive. The reason that's important is usually when Lombos dive at TC, they might be able to achieve kills or harass for idle time, but they usually take a bit of arrow fire from the TC in response. By having the King, you can fix all that damage. A very powerful play. Fixed a lot of the concerns. Like, if you remember back in the days where English used to dominate, it's because they had the campfire healing. When they took that away, English just kind of fell over. Then all of a sudden, Abbey of Kings, people start talking about it, but it only makes sense for Horseman. Mister, the only one who really played and pulled it off in competitive back in those days. Then you see this steer into a new build with Arrival of the King. A King that seemed meaningful at first, but quickly became meaningful. Lombos will be able to stop gold gathering, berry gathering. Yeah, this Grand Winery has had, like, no value, and Numenor now having to go spears. Oh, God. This is a horrible position for the Swede. He'll be moving spears into Lombos. On top of that, Core's been gathering gold, so he should have a blacksmith drop coming soon. We'd love to see him aim for it around, like, the 9th Lombo. That's when you start to get, like, damage variants that's worth it. Because you'll start to research the Steeled Arrow. By the time you complete it, you'll probably be up to about, like, 12, 13 Lombos in total. Nice little stab in there. Does get a worker kill. Nemu, just so much idle time as well. Was this really necessary? I think what... I'd have to double check the replay, but I think what maybe happened here is Numenor may have scouted the Abbey of Kings and then not checked the stone, but just assumed. Right? He didn't trust but verified. He just trusted. You know, he got his... God, I needed like a really bad example. He got his news off of Reddit. That's a good example right now. Guys, you've been seeing all those like tinfoil hat threads. This person has been banned from tournaments. This person wanted to punch this person in the face. And then it just gets exposed. Actually, that's not a thing. Actually, that's not a thing. Core, getting the outpost up is great, by the way. Like, oh my god, the spawn for it as well. Berry and berry. So no mercs at all. Like, this game is pretty horrible for Numenor. This is starting to turn into like one of the worst games I've seen for a Biz player in a long time. He just doesn't really have anything but wood. And you're not Knights Templar, so that's not a good feeling. Limitane upgrade is going to be coming through. Obviously need that. Numenor. The idea of the Spearman first is to stop you getting dove. Horseman is interesting though. I actually quite like it. To counterplay the longbows. The only weakness of this, of course, is that you just don't have much food at this rate. Numu's down to his last sheep. How do you even afford Horseman in this economy? And you see how good the Lombos are at getting those snipes in. There's no textiles. It's not even like Numenor's been that greedy with the farm placement, right? It's just 2 rows out from the TC. That's just how good Lombos are at this. Yeah, the interesting thing is like the skip on the Council Hall, by the way. Like, Council Hall would have given him a much earlier timing to like Lombo, but it wouldn't have given him as much persistence because he wouldn't have had that heal. Eventually, the injured Lombos become a liability, but with this type of build, it's very hard for that to ever occur. We have got to sneak out into the deer. Double tower from Numenor. Meanwhile, the core has moved north for that villager. Love this. Just keep the worker on the front side because maybe down the line there's value play into something like, you know, Rax Men at Arms when you have enough farms. And the scout dies too for Numu. He can at least fix that. He went for stables after all. But easier said than done when you've got 270 52 food a minute, man. Oh, God. I think I'm going to have to do a charity stream to maybe raise funds to feed the Numadon. For as little as 1 Prime sub a month, you could help feed a Numadon. A malnourished Numadon. We won't feed him, we'll feed ourselves instead, but it could theoretically feed a malnourished Numadon. Gift greatly. Gift bountifully today. Subscribe. Oh, Numadon is poor in every way imaginable. We don't even have a single blacksmith tech. Meanwhile, Core, he's about to have free. And it's the free he'd need to win. Archer's going to chase on in. They're looking for the snipe trade into the Limitane. It's just all about protecting the horsemen. The Lombos are actually like the secondary factor here. If he gets enough ponies, he just wins the game. He's just going to dive on in for it. There's just not enough spearmen to truly contest him here. Behind this, I imagine we've got like a ram that's going to be prepped next. Siege engineering is about to complete. Lombos did hang around. I'd say that was maybe like Core's first mistake in this game. Is like that type of dive. Probably didn't need the Lombos to commit too deeply. I wonder if it would have been better to just wait for the ram. Because if you idle the food anyway, Numadon doesn't have anything. Yeah, so I actually lost quite a lot because there wasn't even a micro away of the injured horseman over time. Still reduces Numadon's army down to basically nothing. And now we get the more definitive play. Double ram coming in. Perfect way of dealing with the outposts and also actually the farms, guys. Yeah, you can start to strip away a lot of the value Numadon has here. And the beautiful thing about Lombo Ram is it's very difficult for villagers to snipe those rams. Because of the fact that the Lombos are always on guard. Speaking of Lombos, 12 minutes. I'm sorry, I should laugh. We're 12 minutes into the game, and we're about to see the first mercenary group for the Byzantines. Oh my god. When did you last say that? Oh, the outpost is ambitious, Nimu. Still only 5 workers ahead. A big nothing ball in this type of game. Deer being played onto. Core understands that he can't afford to add too many more farms right now, especially with the double ram play. Doesn't wait for the rams, by the way. A little bit surprised by this. Horsemen are going to dive past. They'll find the freebies. Numadon without wheelbarrow. Yeah, she just runs past the spearmen. There's so few of them because now the horsemen, they're going to dive onto those rams. Lombos come out for the party. They'll target onto the spearmen. The rams, a little bit threatened, but they've got enough HP here. The horseman count is going to fail him. Numadon about to be locked out of food. Villagers will try to run away, but the Lombos are going to start sniping those down as well. King does go down. The secondary outpost doesn't even have a garrison. Oh boy. And this is brutal. Villagers are going to try to run north, and unfortunately, Core just scouted that because of the lumber camp. Man, props to Core for the way he's played this, by the way. We talked about how English just feel too good doing 2TC to not do it in most cases. And I love that he's just taken a different approach. In fairness, I do wonder if this actually would have even been worth it if it wasn't for the bait and switch. You know, essentially baiting Numadon to do 2TC. Because I don't think he was originally envisioning 2TC here. So what does Numu do? I mean, he's got more farms coming in. Like, in theory, there is a threshold where he will have an economy. But, do you ever get those games where you wonder at the end if it was even worth it? I feel like this might be one of those games, because, yes, if you beat him, it's like, oh, what a miraculous comeback. But it's also the pain, man. The pain of the journey. Core. I did think maybe he'd consider going like Castle Age, but he just continues like this. And what the hell? The villagers, they ran all the way over? And by the way, if your flux is showing these two having the same color, you have a really weird flux, my friend. This is teal and green. They're definitely not that similar. Horseman Numu. Hello. First raid of the game. He does not have Exploratores. That makes me sad, but he's got plenty of gold anyway. Would have been nice to make kills easier, however. Remember, he needs kills. With the Abbey of Kings, anything you don't kill is going to be healed up to full. Every little counts here because Core is 1 TC only. The pathing from these villages. Oh my god. He keeps blocking him. One extra horseman keeps getting in the way. That was a fantastic strike by Numu. 7 workers up now. Unbelievable. I can just already imagine the molding. Numu's defense force isn't completely outclassed, by the way. Numbers still favor Core, but I'm kind of impressed Numidan has this much. The problem is it's not all at home right now. He's going to have to hide on the other side of his base. The double TC dive. Lombos are getting target fired, by the way. He's ignoring the horseman intentionally. If he plays this right, Core's going to sack his Lombos and lose to Limitane. And he's doing it. He actually is doing it. Look at it. The LB count is getting low. There's only 8 left alive. Does need more Limitane. Horseman is trying to chase on in here. Core stuck in a choke point, not able to overwhelm the Lombos at the back, and this is a mistake! The dive backfires! Core has to tuck tail and run. Numidan all of a sudden now turning it into a military even game. Definitely more value for Core, but in terms of quantity, defense holds. Core, I wonder if you now just take Castle. Because that did not go according to plan. Definitely looks like he's been training towards it. The farm cluster count is only 2, though. Third one's coming in now. Once you have 3 farm clusters, your economy is good enough for this. And there it is. It is going to be the King's Power. So 2 TC on 2 TC soon. The Numidan now, well, he's got a big issue. It's a giant hill to climb up to get to Castle here. Good thing he's got a landmark that matches. No, he's not going to be that, guys. System of the first hill actually kind of needs a rework. I still think it should just give a 6th level to systems. That would actually fix it, and I don't think that would be too broken. Strong, yes, but like broken, no. Because the thing is, like, Golden Horn Tower is so good because the level 5 system buffs it up so much straight away. But if you're getting that level 6 system, you can't have the Golden Horn Tower. Oh my god, Core, you can't have this type of position while attacking. Lombos. Is it me? Or has Core spent this entire game just throwing his Lombos to the wolves? He really has. Grand Winery somehow has been brought down to on fire. That's going to be fixed, though. Yeah, like, he may not be able to get the berries, but he will be able to soon. So he wants to keep this alive. And we'll get the burn through. So Fort Outpost is finally removed 18 minutes. Kind of impressed, actually, that he got this many Lombos, considering just how berry-starved he was in this game. This came in pretty clutch, I think. The extra 5 workers out here, because remember, when you gather from berries, look at the rates. You get 50% olive oil versus olive groves only being 20%. Numi, now look at the counteroffensive. In fairness to him, like, this could work. Core didn't switch up. He didn't go, for example, men-at-arms or knights. Understandably, not knights against Limitane, right? He just stuck to the longbow horseman. He's swimming on, waiting on the wings. Horsemen are going to go for the dive in. Villagers will have to vacate the area, and this needs to be answered in kind. Does scout the King's Palace. Does see the monastery. He knows exactly what's up. More Limitane are going to be needed here for Numu. He's got a few trickling out, but he's trying to be lean about this to get the castle playing. Oh, God. Oh my god, that's dirty. Numu, he never built a new outpost. That is filthy from Core. The double racks on the flank. And this is going to be big because Numidan's main army is in Core's base right now. Golden Horn Tower on the way. Needs another men-at-arms upgrade to come through. Needs some gold access as well. The front side has been idled out. However, with the Lombos vetted up, Numu cannot dive. He has to back away. Arms getting hit again. Numidon refuses to die easy here. Still, this point is getting painful. Yes, you've got Spearman against Horseman, but you're an age behind. So these guys with mass are trading well. Doesn't see the Golden Horn Tower tech up, so that's the upside for Numu. Still, these Horsemen finding great value. Akratoy is still on cooldown, so Numidon can't even turn with his own spears. Has to bring the army all the way home. And that relief of pressure is a big deal. Core can now go for relics. In fact, wait, is he going to find the workers? Oh, please. Please walk in. Walk in. Just do it. Do it for the... He's too distracted. Yeah, he didn't notice. I mean, Fennis is green as well, which makes it a bit harder. And here come the first men-at-arms. Castled up already. Into the grove. No. Numu, this is where Desperation Mode's going to hit hard, man. Ranged Armor 2 is already on the way. The left side flank is definitely not safe in this game. Before this, Numidon was getting away with it time and time again because, I lose villages, but it's 2 TC. That's not the case anymore. This is a growing worker lead because they're both 2 town center, but Core's the only one getting kills. Cataphract is going to be a good defense, though. The problem is, if Numidon wants to try and stay in this game, it's not enough to just defend. He needs to now attack in a big way. And his Cata play just got revealed in his base. That's important. It means that Core can start prepping the reaction. He already has quadruple archery range. Would love to see crossbows here. Actually, no, he's against longbows, right? Like, it's probably easier just to go for the spearman. Is it? I mean, spears protect your base, right? So, like, if you play longbow for... No, this is weird. This is really weird. Now, this is the thing about Biz English that gets odd. It's like, oh yeah, just build spears, but you can't. You never used to have this problem because Cataphract wasn't really that popular back when English was popular. I think probably the safest play here for Core, it actually might just be men-at-arms crossbows. It's a bit dicey because of the Lombo factor, but you've got a good enough economy to justify it. And yeah, just scouted. He's like, oh, okay. I see what's happening here. He could go for a Kira Siphon to clear the double racks now. And Core has fully slowed down. Yeah, it's going to be Raxus on the front side. Armorclad also just kicked in. So his boys just got a lot tankier. Props to Numidon, by the way, for keeping up on food. See the numbers? He's actually competing here, which is really surprising with the pressure he's been under. Also with the economy difference, but that's where the system effect is really powerful. It's only level 3 system, but an extra 18% coming in handy here, giving him like, what, about an extra 10 workers? In terms of gathering rate, anyway. And it is going to be a nice switch up, but, I mean, I'm starting to really like Numidon's position. This choice to go Knights doesn't really answer the Cataphract threat. And by the way, like, Cataphract against Lombo is disgusting. It's so easy to dive them. Which is what he's looking to do. He's got the trample ready. Numidon, gonna keep chasing. He can actually bypass this. Here we go. Trample comes through. The one man with the phalanx. Hold. Oh, this is not gonna work. Lombos get chased back. Great maneuvering by Numidon. The Cataphract timing there on the point. Wallow's gonna come in to reset things. Carved him up like turkey. Lombo lead now with Numidon. We've got more troopers coming on the flanks just to try and be a nuisance. The men-at-arms not really impactful here, guys. Like, not against Kata. And all that forward infrastructure is now going to be moot. It's going to get the bone on the outpost to minimize any damage taken. Clear up the racks. Core behind this has extended the farms. He's up to 39 now. Fairness to Numu, though. I mean, he's at 38, guys. Like, he's actually kept up this whole time. This is crazy. Soon to be level 4 system as well. Needs a lot of gold for this Kata plan. Relic game has definitely been won by core. Like, economically, he's ahead. There's no doubt about it. You see the impact of these farms now. But he needs to start springing into action. And here we go. Crossbow production underway. This is the thing that's been missing up to this point. This is his answer to the threat. Like the timing as well around horsemen plus crossbows, he needs an answer to that longbow mass. The good news is the way that Numenon's playing this on pace, he's not waiting for the longbows, which means you can engage them separately. Let's get that troop count up fast to do so, though. A little bit out of time on the farms. Numu has to respect the longbows as well. Like, their base damage actually quite high in the even heavy cav. And the men... No, wait, he never stopped building them! The men-at-arms are at it again! Oh my god, this proxy racks! Numu knew about it as well. But he had to go in a rush. Cannons are in. Longbows are out. Not many crossbows either, so the cataphracts are actually trading remarkably well here. Still, it's not good enough. Numenon is overextended and out-ecoed. The cannons are now reacting to the men-at-arms. You actually see how well they contest this. It's the extra armor. Goes a long way. You have to remember with the cataphracts, like there was no teardrop shields, so no +1/+1. Only ranged armor for them. So the men-at-arms are actually trading a lot better than they should. Will eventually get cleared up. But there's another wave again. Oh my, dude, this is just toxic. This is just getting silly. Numenon has the right idea. He wants to attack, but he just keeps getting drawn back. But he's not out of it yet, guys. Look at what Numenon is up to. He gets a Mango Tower on the north side gold, and he's going to be going towards Imperial in a matter of moments. What the hell? Just look at the destroyed value. Like, that tells you how. That's crazy. This far behind? He did just sell out his own villages. Oops. And the foreign engineering company's now on the way. So that's going to give longbows access to volley. Nesta B is not really valuable here. The other things that you get from foreign engineering company, not really valuable. I do actually wonder, weirdly enough, that was kind of comical, if this would have been the type of game where going for Palatine School made more sense. I can't believe this toxic Mango Tower. Unfortunately for Numu, he needs another one to really lock core away. I guess you can see why Numu would do attack instead, by the way. Like, the problem with trying to just all-in English is it's English. We saw how hard it was for English to actually beat Byzantines with Defender's Advantage. Now imagine English with the attack speed aura, with the Abbey of Kings fallback. It's still to this day the hardest civ to break defensively. And I'm trying to think, is there actually a harder civ? Maybe House of Lancaster, because it forces you to attack into them so early. But like outside of that, like English has always been king for this kill me if you can type situation. And you never can. Cool. Now getting ready to age up himself. Elite contract upgrade is on the way in for the Byzantines. 20 seconds out. Just look at the mini-map though. Like, this is ridiculous. The Raxes are finally getting cleared. Oh no, he tried to secure the gold. Has to run away because the army right now is bogged down dealing with the raids. Eesh. The elite contract upgrade, the horsemen are going to start to struggle a bit against longbows. Damage has now been inflated, up to 11 per strike. Villagers still, though, are struggling, and that is an unexpected and unforced choice. We've got Berkshire coming in. Core. He's looking for a Sacred Site win condition. Okay. Color me a little bit intrigued and also surprised. I wouldn't have expected him to like lean to the Sacred Site win con, but I mean, we saw him struggle with these dives earlier on. It felt like it was costing him the game, so just locks it in for safety. Needs to be gathering some stone though to get extra secure. I guess the problem is like, is this a reliable win con against Byzantines in Imp? Because in Imp they have raw cannons, and raw cannons are great at dealing with emplacements in castles. Emplacements here, just arrow fire slowly beating the knights. Army's gonna react. We'll shut it down fully. I guess the good news about Berkshire is it can deal with Royal Cannons. Could cover half the map. Yeah, he could have placed it like up here, right? I think there's just about enough room. And then you should connect on both sides. Or you go really greedy and forward place it here, but that would probably get you killed. I think he was a bit paranoid because he understands that like Numidan's army is quite powerful. Like Numidan's army is better right now. So he didn't want to take the unnecessary risk. Like maybe here would have worked as well for double Sacred Site, but like still, it's a case of if you're over ambitious, you're going to die to a Byzantine attack. Because Kor's army isn't really that much better. It's actually worse. Especially with the elite Lombos in. Speaking of this Lombos, there's a switch, which is an interesting one. That must be the Golden Horn Tower griefing. It is, yeah. You don't really want Streltsy against Lombo. They just die before they get in range. And wow, what? He just called it. I mean, there was a Night Raid in, but oh my god. Like, I don't know. After the way that played out, I thought we might see more, but I mean, props to Numu for trying to find a way, but credit to Kor for the way he played that. That proxy Rax play changed everything. Every single time that Numidan was ready to attack, that proxy Men-at-Arms play kept making him run back to his base. Great work from Kor.